Hey guys, good morning. This is welcome to Brother Jay's Card Finds. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here where I'm filming. I just couldn't go back to sleep, so I figured I'd do my second of my 3 videos. I went to what used to be the Allentown South Mall show. It's now at a hotel by the Allentown airport. It makes the drive a bit further. It's actually getting to the point where I'm not sure if it's really within range that I want to continue to drive to, but it's still a regular show that I go to, so we probably will still go. I'm not fooling anybody. So anyway, well, here's the finds for today. We'll do the most boring stuff right now. These first cards are from sets that I'm trying to put together. These are all quarter cards. There was a young man that had a lot of quarter stuff. It was all pretty good stuff, but the earliest stuff here is just stuff that I need for sets. So there's a Tim Leary for my Studio 91 set. There is a 1984 Buck Martinez for my 1984 top set. I already have one of those, but I figured I had enough cards I could try to put together another one. And then these are all 2007 tops. I bought a incomplete factory set in part of a collection I bought, and I'm just trying to piece together. Most of the cards that were from this set were star cards, or minor stars at least anyway. You got guys like Michael Kadire, Matt Holliday, John Smoltz, Hall of Famer, and we got Roy Oswalt. So needed those for my sets. Let me see who's next. This is going to be a little different. I have everything sorted by type of cards. So these were also quarters. These were from Darren, and he pulled out a special box. I think I was the first one to go through it. He said, anything in here is a quarter. I was like, thanks, dude. So these are all, I believe they're all 67s, I believe. Anyway, Jim Pergosi, I got that. I remember him being a manager of the Phillies, which is why I bought that. We got Dave McNally. I think I may already have this card, but Dave McNally was definitely a good pitcher for the Orioles. And then Lou Burdett. I remember being with the Braves back in the heyday of the Milwaukee Braves. This is definitely a later card. Wouldn't be surprised if it was his last card. We'll keep going with baseball. Let's see. I'm going to show you these. These were in the box of the first gentleman that had, the young man that had the quarter cards. This is a complete set of the 91 Provisions. 12 cards. So you got the Puckett. I'm just going to try to show these off because they're all pretty neat. Will Clark. I'm not sure how well things are focusing. I may need to pull out the old box. Ruben Sierra, Mark McGuire, the robotic Bo Jackson, Jose Canseco, Dwight Gooden, Mike Greenwell, Roger Clemens, Eric Davis, Don Mattingly, and Darryl Strawberry. Now, out of those, I'm not sure that I know I had a lot of those. But when I asked him how much they were, I said, were the individual cards or did you want to buy a set? And he said, I'd do them all for $1. And I was like, okay, I'll take them for $1. So I was happy to do that. And so those, like I said, that whole set was $1, which is pretty good. Provisions are pretty popular from what I've seen. Alright, next we're going to go, these are some, I believe these are all quarter cards that I got from Darren. We got a Glenn Robinson Fleer Game Time, a Glenn Robinson Tops. We got a Giannis. I never try to pronounce his last name because it's too hard. And old school Charles, this is not focusing too well, there you go, hold on. Charles Barkley, there you go. So, those are all quarters. Next, while we're in basketball, we'll go. This was probably the most expensive single card I bought all day. Caitlin Clark rookie card. Prism. I saw this. I was like, oh, cool. Caitlin Clark rookie card. Actually has the rookie shield on it. I asked how much. $5. Done. I don't know what it's actually worth. Maybe cheaper on eBay. Didn't care. Thought $5 was a good price. Here's some more quarter. These are WNBA. I assume they had their own sets. I'm not sure. Brittany Griner, who is not a favorite of mine at all. She's basically a big bully as far as I'm concerned. I just picked this up because I knew who she was. Here's another one that I do not like. She was involved in the recent incident between Caitlin Clark and where Sophie Cunningham came and was the hero, which is why I have a bunch of the Sophie cards coming up. You'll see. Here's Aaliyah Boston. I believe she was a Rookie of the Year. I'm assuming a year or two ago with the Fever. And then here's my hero, Sophie Cunningham. I love the way she grabbed the hold of the other girls. And her name's slipping me, the other girl, but they've been fouling. They actually poked Caitlin Clark in the eye, and they had done other things, and she wasn't having it anymore. So she fouled this other girl very hard and got in a fight with the whole rest of the team. So she's my new hero. So here's her Monopoly card. And these are all cards before she was traded to the Fever. So I picked up 2 of these, even though, I knew I had 2 of them, but I did that on purpose. I really like to get a rookie card, but it's very expensive. So here's some of... I buy these. She's not a favorite of mine, but she's very colorful. She's very good with her image. So I figure getting her rookie cards at a decent price is probably not a bad thing. So we got some Angel Reese cards. There's Prism New Recruits. Here's just flat out Prism. Here's a Prism Deep Space. Here is the Prism Monopoly. And here is the Prism Monopoly. I don't know what's different between those other than the design. So those are all rookies. That's pretty much it for basketball. Then I have this. This card is incredible. Let me see if I can get it to focus so you guys can really get a look at it. It's a Jerry Rice Provision. That card is just incredible. I love it. I think it's beautiful. So, it says 99. So, I'm guessing the Provision must have been part of the set at that point still. So, okay. What else do we have? Here's some golf. Not that you guys are that interested in golf, but hey, I am. So, here's a Bryson DeChambeau, I believe you pronounce his name. I'm not 100%. I like watching his videos on YouTube. There was one video where he golfed with Donald Trump. I thought that was pretty cool. Another one of his cards. I assume it's the same year. The design looks the same. These are all LIV golf cards, which I think it's just neat. There's a new golf league. I know probably a lot of people don't like it because it's backed by the Saudis, but I think it's neat. Competition's always a good thing for me. So here is Sergio Garcia, the Fireballs, statistical leaders. Apparently with LIV, and I don't follow it that closely, but I believe they are in teams almost. And this one's numbered. You can see 182 out of 199. Here's another Sergio Garcia. These are very colorful, shiny cards. Dominance. And then these are both John Rahm rookie cards. We'll show you this one first. This is a rookie card, as you see, a shield. And captains. And I believe Mr. Rahm is pretty good. I have to admit, I don't follow it that closely. I just pick up where I can things off the internet who is supposed to be good. So, but I do like collecting the cards. Here's Goodwin Champions Adley Rutschman. This is from 2021, I believe. So before he was, even close to the majors. Most of these are going to be a quarter. We got Ryan Howard, Donruss Team Heroes, and Jimmy Rollins, Donruss Team Heroes. This Mike Schmidt card is just so cool. I know it's a Ted Williams card. Just love that Schmidt logo. That is just so neat. So I love that card for a quarter. Goose Gossage, 82 Fleer. Here is a Jeff Jenkins Topps Total. I do collect Jeff Jenkins. When I was in Milwaukee and I was a Milwaukee fan, I thought he was going to be the next perennial all-star for the Brewers. Didn't quite turn out that way, but he was a solid player. This is a Miguel Montero Fleer Ultra rookie card, Ultra Rookies. It's red. I didn't know if that was different from the other ones or not, but now these are weird. I'd like to know more about these. They look like stamps. Yeah, Professional Baseball Club. These are all Phillies. You got a Chase Utley. We got a Jimmy Rollins. And we got a Ryan Howard. The big three from the Phillies. This is a Fernando Tatis 2020 Topps Holiday. And it's the, I believe they're called metallic snowflakes. I messed that up in the last video, but I believe it's a metallic snowflake. So that's what that is. The player I don't really know much about, but it's obviously, it's a numbered card, which is basically about it. It's like a blue sparkle, I suppose. It's $340 out of $9.99. Figured for a quarter, that wasn't too bad. Here is a gold 300 career home runs for Anthony Rizzo. You see that's numbered 762 of 2024. And even though it's a Stars of MLB, this is a Julio Rodriguez rookie. I know I already have it, but, you know, I'll take that for a quarter. No problem. So as you can see, most of the cards I bought were, I should probably explain that. Most of the cards I bought were quarters. A lot of the top-loaded golf cards that I showed you, those were $1 or $2. And like I said, probably the most expensive card was the Caitlin Clark at $5. And then here's the last stack of baseball, and these were top-loaded. So a lot of these, some of them will be quarters that I top-loaded, like this one here, Jackson Churio, Donruss. And this was a quarter. This was a Derek Jeter Sports Illustrated for Kids. This was a quarter. Juan Gonzalez. Fruit of the Loom, 93. This one was even a quarter. Dylan Cruz rookie. And this one was a quarter too. I couldn't believe it was one of those red rookies, whatever they are. Apparently, they're special. And if this guy would make it to Rookie of the Year, it'd be worth certain amount. It's like a refractor, it looks like, too. So, it's a pretty good deal. These are some older cards. I bought another Bob Beal. This was nicer than the one I had. The one I had, I think, just went into my penny sleeved ones. This one's in a top loader. It's a little better condition. Here's a beautiful Don Mossy. You gotta love those ears. Condition is really clean, which is why I picked that up. That was like $1 or $2. Jackson Churio, I believe these Churios. Well, see, the most expensive cards Darren had were they were $2 each or 3 for $5. So I got 15. So they were all 3 for $5, or however that breaks out, like $1.67 a card. So that was $1.67, along with that Churio. This was out of the dollar box. This is a Mario Soto rookie card, who I think could have been a really good pitcher. I'm not sure if I think there were some issues there. I remember seeing something on Mario Soto about how good he was and how things didn't quite pan out for him like maybe they should have. But I thought I'd like to have the rookie card. And then here's the James Wood. This is a 2023. There's some other things I can show you guys before I go. I ran into a gentleman that had basically he specialized in reprints of baseball cards. So we started talking a while, and he actually gave me this for free. I got excited first before I realized, yes, it is a reprint. I was like, wow. He gave me a Redman All-Star of Granny Hamner. But no, it does say reprint on the back, so it's in this weird curvy top loader. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or, but I'll have to decide whether I think I should keep it in there or not. I mean, it's reprint, so it doesn't really matter that much. But he was nice enough to give that to me. I'll give him a shout out since he gave me his card as well. So hopefully he doesn't mind. Bud Carson, eBay Phillies fan Bud 20. And he was nice enough to talk baseball with me. He asked me a trivia question. He asked me if I knew who Branch Rickey was. Of course I did. I don't really need to tell you guys who he is, but obviously Branch Rickey was the gentleman who integrated baseball with Jackie Robinson. I got this thing here. I'm not going to read it, and I'm sure you guys aren't going to read it. I'm not going to leave it up long enough. If you want, you can pause it. Something about a card trick. I'll read it at another time. And then there's some more reprints of various gentlemen. These are all, obviously, reprints of older cards. So we got that. Ralph Hamner. I wonder if he's related to Granny. I don't think Granny's name is Ralph. It's Granville, actually. I know that. So it might be a brother of his. Hoot Evers. Fred Lucas. There's a Caldwell. Cracker Jack. These are neat. I mean, I'm probably not going to individually penny sleeve each one or anything like that because they're reprints, but I'll put them in a team bag or somewhere and put them in my collection. All that was free. I didn't buy any of that. He was nice enough to give that to me. He was also neat too because he had an old school TV, and he was playing the baseball miniseries, and you all know who I'm talking about. They were on PBS for Ken Burns. That's it, and he was playing that on his TV while I was searching cards through Darren. He was set up next to Darren, so it was kind of cool to listen to that while I was sorting cards. On the way home, I stopped at my local card shop, my local LCS. And I mainly stopped there because I thought I was going to need penny sleeves, which I did. And I bought some penny sleeves. Plus, I wanted to buy some of this gentleman's card. Jacob, let me pull it in there. Jacob Mizorowski, I assume that's how it's pronounced. He's gotten off to a really good start with the Brewers. And I was hoping to get a Bowman first or something like that. He didn't have any of that, but he had these pro debut cards. Here's another one. This is a little better because it's the X-Fractor or whatever they are, I guess. I don't know, something like that. This one was $2. The other one was $1. I needed this Prince Fielder, another 2007. Needed that for my set. And then I bought this. This is a Mojo of Jefferson Cuero's first Bowman Chrome. And he was considered the Brewers' top prospect going into this season. So the penny sleeves I got, I think I took the little, yeah, I did. They were Fanatics penny sleeves. I didn't know Fanatics was in the business of making supplies now, but apparently they are. So, no problems with the penny sleeves. They, seemed just as good as the other ones. They were $1.99 for 100, so they're really 2-cent sleeves, not penny sleeves. But, yeah. So it was a fun day. It's going to be tough getting up for the next one because I got to get up in about 2.25 hours to get ready to go to the next show because today's show at Denver, PA, it's an 8 o'clock start. So I like to get up around 6 to start getting ready. I need to leave here by 7:30. I'll be at the show at 8, and it's done by 1 o'clock. So at least I won't be there till 3 or 4 like I have been the other shows because it'll be closed. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching day number 2, and hopefully I'll have day number 3 for you within the next 24 hours. So, thanks a lot.